Good morning from Seattle, Washington. My name is Robyn Fritz, and it's time for Coffee and Cosmos with Robyn. Today, I'm going to talk a little bit about choosing your yes, and what that means to us in our busy lives, and some ideas about how we might go about choosing our yes. Plus, we're going to do a quick guided relaxing meditation with the Crystal Fallon. And I'd love it if you chimed in from wherever you're tuning in at, letting us know who's here. And also, if you have any questions you'd like us to look at together today. So again, welcome. My name is Robyn Fritz. I'm an intuitive and spiritual consultant, certified past life regression specialist. I host the Om Times radio show, The Practical Intuitive Mind, Body, Spirit for the Real World. And I try to meet here with you every week at Humanity Healing to chat about a subject that's important to all of us and to give us all a chance to chime in and create community here in this big space that Humanity Healing has created for us. So as we get started today, if you've joined us before, here's Crystal Fallon. Fallon is a citrine Lemurian quartz. So we're just going to get balanced in the space together. So just clear out all of this stuff that you did all day or that you're going to be doing, and just take these few minutes for yourself. And as you breathe down from head to toe, just release the cares of the day and fill yourself up with this healthy energy that is Fallon. So breathing down from the top of your head, down your face, your shoulders, your chest, hips, knees, and feet. Just feel that energy line running down your body and then running back up again from your feet, past your knees, your hips, your chest, your shoulders, your face, and the top of your head. You can imagine Fallon as a gold light filling you up with each beat of your heart, filling you up with healthy energy and just giving you a great boost for the day. And so today I wanted to chime in and let me know where you're chiming in from. Hi, Montreal, Lindsay, Jennifer, hi, thanks for tuning in. And I'm going to take a few questions today from people, but first, share your thoughts on this subject, because this is a subject that's come up a lot lately in my practice with my clients, and it's an important thing for us to think about, and it seems really simple, and that's choosing your yes. Okay, and so what does that mean? So what makes us commit to doing something, right? What effect does that have on us? One thing that we're all familiar with is that we're always all too busy. We're really busy at work. We're really busy at home. We could work day and night and not get everything done. And we also have families, right? And some of us are just one person, and even that's busy. You have to. And I have two animals, a dog and a cat. And what am I doing? I'm running around buying groceries, making meals, cleaning house, running my business, doing all of these different things. And we're all like that. We're all running all day long. We're overcommitted. And here's the thing, though, that I've heard a lot from clients lately, that we're overcommitting to fill a void. Yes, right. And it's like, what does that mean? And it's like, people sit down and we have a session, whether it's an intuitive session or a healing session. And the main thing is they're overcommitted. They're doing this and that and everything. And if they're not overcommitted, they feel this huge emptiness. So it's like they're doing all these things to fill this great emptiness. And it's really ironic in a way. And I know I've done the same thing, so I can point to myself and say I do the same thing. But here we are living in an age for most of us, who are not in third world countries. We have the basic needs, perhaps for the first time ever, or certainly for the first time in eons. We have grocery stores, we have an infrastructure. We don't have to band together to hunt and gather our food. And so we have things that we can go out and buy and take care of ourselves. Of course, we have busy jobs. And our jobs are super busy, really, in the sense that we're always doing one thing or another. And but here's the thing that happens as a result. We're so busy doing our work and running errands and so on that we're not in that culture where we have a group around us. we're obsessed with our work. And when we're not obsessed with our work, we don't know what to do. We are filling our time with all of these busy chores, and we're not always taking time for ourselves. Now, I know that's a big theme. Let's take time for ourselves, right? But why? Why are we overcommitting? Why do we feel? Why is that theme running through us that we're overcommitting to filling a void? And it's true, we feel a void around us. I do at times too. We feel lost in the shuffle of life, right? So there are many solutions to that. One is to really create effective boundaries around us, so we're not saying yes to everything that comes along just to fill the empty space, or just because people know that they can take advantage of us. Especially women in our culture still, in any culture, we're expected to give ourselves away. But we can also manage our time better and be more discerning and all of these things. But choosing your yes to fill the void, so to speak, can be as simple as just taking time to just be yourself, who you are, to just sit quietly and reflect on what the day is for you, what you need to do to relax, what your soul needs to do to support you. You know, sometimes if you haul a halt to the busyness of life just for the afternoon, you can really get a renewed sense of purpose and of belonging and connection. I'm fortunate in that I live by the ocean, and every day I'm out with my dog and I see nature around me. I see the gulls sitting on the water or sitting on a rock taking a nap, and all of marine life, all of the life that lives by the ocean, and just in the area where I am, they are all every day have to hunt for their food, right? But they also just take time out to just be. And I know we don't always think about it when we're looking at it, but I was sitting out with my dog the other day, and there was this gull sitting there, and we're just looking at each other. And I'm thinking, that gull is just taking a time out, right? A few minutes to itself. If we called a halt to the business of our daily lives, what would that look like to you? For you in your particular life, and you're welcome to chime in. What would just calling a halt for an afternoon or for an hour be like for you? What would be choosing your yes to give yourself this time to just be? What would that be for you? What would that look like? We're lonely, we're trying to fill a void, so we overcommit and we end up exhausted and cranky. But if you just took time to regroup, what would that look like? So yesterday I did that. I struggled all weekend with feeling like a cold was coming on, and I had to do this and I had to do that. And yesterday afternoon I was like, that's it, kids, dog and cat, come on, let's take a nap. And they were like, yay, right? And we took a nap, and then we got up, and I was just thinking, wow, sitting there playing with them, playing a game with the cat that I know she likes and a game with the dog that I know he likes, and just sat there for a few minutes and thought, I don't do this enough. I don't just take time to just to be with my family, just to be with myself, just to stare out the window. I mean, I do it every day as I'm out with a dog, and it's almost a reflective time for me. But obviously we pay attention to each other, but we take time on each of our walks to just be in nature. And that's one thing that I really value. Even on a really stormy day, I'll do that. But what do you do to take a chance on yourself, to just give yourself a moment to appreciate who you are and where you are in life and your life itself? Remembering that your soul chose a human body in this lifetime, that's a really big choice to make, because humans are just fully difficult. Growing your soul in a human body is like really taking the opportunity to make huge strides in your soul growth. But giving yourself a chance to say yes, to choose yes for yourself, just taking time to be, really is rejuvenating. And it also brings you back to, I guess I don't need to worry too much about the clean house or the chores for a little bit. I can just be here in the moment. And that's when you give your soul a chance to talk to you and to remind you of who you are and how valuable you are in the world, each and every one of us. So, are you chiming in here, telling me what you're joining in? Somebody from Australia, Arizona, hi. Um, Susan, what makes you commit to something is if I get a chill up my spine, which tells me I'm being called by spirit. Susan, that's awesome. Good, good, good. Choosing something to do, right? And choosing something to be. A lot of us are just really lonely and we do too much to fill those empty times. And so what Susan is doing is like, okay, committing to something else or something to do, you can feel that connection to spirit, to soul. And that's awesome. Susan, good for you. Thank you. So, as you go about the week, just think about taking time every day. Okay, if you're really, really busy all the time, and we always are, try just 15-minute chunks once a day just to be, even if it's just sitting down and relaxing or having a cup of tea or sitting on your deck or your porch or going for a walk in the neighborhood and just connect, letting your soul, be part of you. We are so busy living in our heads that we're not living in our hearts as well. And think about it this week and note how you feel before you take that opportunity to choose your yes and how you feel afterwards. And your yes can be very simple. It's not being selfish to take time for yourself. It's necessary. It's rejuvenating for you. It helps you get some rest. It also helps you put things in perspective, realize where you're doing too much in one place and not enough in the other. And none of us are doing enough always to support our souls, to just enjoy this experience. So try it. Come back next week. Let me know what you've tried during the week. And we can share that again and keep moving forward in this busy thing called life, right? So usually I end with a crystal of the week. And this week I decided that it would be more fun for you if you sat for a moment, if you have a book of crystals, or you can go to an Etsy site. My friend Kim Beline's Earthlight Rocks and Gems has an Etsy site, all kinds of crystals on it. Excuse me. I do have a little bit of a cold. Excuse me. So sit with that book or with pictures of crystals online, or even if you have a collection of crystals, sit with them, and then think about choosing your yes. Take 15 minutes a day where you're just being who you are in that moment and acknowledging all of the lifetimes that your soul has had and what you're doing in this lifetime, and just taking a moment to bring mind, body, and soul together. And then ask yourself, what crystal would support that for you? And some people will be drawn to the yellow or the orange crystals, which are kind of root chakra crystals. Others will be drawn to green crystals that could be heart crystals, black crystals, grounding and balancing. But I think a lot of you will probably be drawn to straight quartz. And quartz is basically all crystals, but clear quartz, or a quartz like Fallon that has many different facets. And spend some time connecting with that crystal, even if it's online, and letting it tell you what it can offer you in that moment. What kind of connection can you have with that crystal? You'll find your soul expanding with that knowledge, and also really being satisfied and remembering. Here's a big thing. My clients lately have felt this void, commitment and overcommitting, and this lack of connection. And what they leave with is realizing how connected they are and how mind, body, and spirit can come together if we just concentrate on it. Just say, hey, mind, body, and spirit come together. And crystals can help support that, can remind you that you've decided to take this time for yourself, to rejuvenate yourself, so you have this opportunity to add more to your growth. So I hope this helps you. If you have other questions, comments, you can always find me at Facebook at The Practical Intuitive, Robyn and Fritz. My radio show at ometimes.com radio, The Practical Intuitive, Mind, Body, Spirit for the Real World, airs the first and third Mondays of the month at 2 Pacific time. And we're here every week at Facebook. You can also find my services at my website, robynfritz.com. And I offer personal and business intuition, mediumship, animal communication, space clearing, past life and between life regression, journeys to meet your spiritual team, soul healing, soul progression healing, a variety of services to help you be your best. But I love coming here each week and sharing time with you, hearing what you're up to. So let me know what other subjects you'd like me to cover in upcoming sessions. And now, as we ground out for the day, if you cross your hands on your heart. This is a very, very simple but profound energy healing technique actually taught to me by a goddess. And it's just cross your hands on your heart and just breathe into the palms of your hands and imagine healthy energy flowing in there, into your palms of your hands and into your body. And do this during the day. Do this when you first get up in the morning, when you go to bed at night. If you're going into a busy meeting, just like tuck into the restroom quickly, and so you're not worried about people looking at you, and just breathe in healthy energy. Help yourself get grounded and balanced. Let me know how you're doing. Thank you for joining me. Take care.